again, I was really trying to make this something quick, but I knew I had to talk to somebody. And what's crazy is, even when I do these videos, I know right now that I'm not getting many views, but it's not for the views right now. It's for the views for forever. People will see these videos. People will continue to come back to these videos. People will share these videos. People will like these videos. People will leave their comments on these videos. They will leave their testimonies on these videos. They will share their experiences on these videos. They will appreciate these videos. Again, I'm not focusing on nothing else other than what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be dropping these videos, sharing my story, sharing my transition, my transformation, my hero's journey, my rites of passage, sharing my deaths, sharing my rebirths. That's what I'm here to do. And when that time is right, it will get seen. And so right now, Father God, I thank you, man, for the 6 subscribers that I do have. And like I told you when I first started this, I'm going to give my all to them. I don't care if it was 1. Hey, what's going on, YouTube family? So look, for me anyway, this is a symbolic moment, right? Because just what is that? What's that? 15 days ago, right? Make sure I ain't locking my keys in while I'm playing. So just 15 days ago, I came out to this exact spot I'm about to come out today, and I filmed my first piece of YouTube content going into 2025. And I remember saying on that video clearly, and I made sure I put it on. I made sure I put it on here. What I said that day, that I promised y'all I was gonna get better and better and better, and I was gonna make sure that whatever I'm putting out, I don't care about what's hot. I don't care about what's in trend. I don't care about, you know, what's the popular thing right now. I'm gonna put out valuable content. I'm not here to entertain. I'm here to entertain, right? So if me being me is entertaining to y'all, perfect. But more so, and what's more important than that, is me making sure that I'm giving whatever messages that I've been receiving and that I've been given to pass out to you guys. And so I wanted to come back to where it started, because tomorrow for me is an important day for me. Tomorrow is my Earth Day. You dig what I'm saying? January 16th. And before y'all, you know what I'm saying? Before y'all ask quick, yeah, January 16th. That's along with Aaliyah. You dig what I'm saying? That's along with Sade. You feel me? That's along with Debbie Allen. If you don't know her, look her up. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, like tomorrow my G Day. You feel me? And that's important to me, because what I told y'all was that I promised y'all I was gonna get better and better and better, you know. And so for me to be able to celebrate small success, which not just for me, I feel everybody. You know, when you be walking and stuff and you start hearing stuff, hey, y'all ain't even see, I know I just came back from the country. You know what I'm saying? I just came back from Arkansas. Now I'm back in the city, and I'm hearing all this stuff moving when I'm walking throughout these forests. And what's crazy, I don't know what it is, but it's still daytime, and I was walking out there in the forest and the jungles out there in Arkansas at nighttime, and was chilling. So I don't know what's going on, but anyway, you know what I'm saying? What I was saying on that end was, I told you I was gonna get better and better and better and better. And so what better way for me to be able to come back and be able to acknowledge myself, you know what I'm saying? And salute myself and encourage myself and motivate myself and inspire myself. Because one thing I did say was that I was gonna do this 365 all January. I mean, all 2025, 365. And I ain't missed a video yet. I ain't missed a date yet. And because for me, I've been getting spoken to so much, man. Like when I tell y'all that, man, like when I tell y'all that it's, and I go more into detail on what I mean when I say this, but sometimes even when things hurt, it's a happy hurt, because sometimes you just ready. You dig what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just, like you ready to get it over, whatever that is, whatever it is, you just ready to get it over with. And so that you can continue moving on to your next phase in life. And like, I don't know, it's just something about 2025. And I first of all, let me preface it by stating that I'm not one of them individuals talking about, nah, 2025 is new year, new me. No, I've been putting in work. I've been putting in work. I've been putting in self-work. I've been putting in groundwork. I've been putting in reflection. I've been putting in deep work. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I've been putting in work. I've been going deep, soul searching, talking with God. Like, I've been putting in work. You feel me? And so I want to make sure I say that. This not no trendsetter. No, like, or it's not no trend follower. If it's a trend setter, I'll take that, you know, as long as we're doing it for the right reason. But what I'm saying is, like, on my end, I've been putting in a whole lot of work, and I've been talking, and I've been asking, and I've been praying. You know, hey man, show me, because a lot of stuff been transitioning and going on in my life. You know what I'm saying? A lot. And I'm saying I like to say that it gets to a point to where, and y'all might know, you know what I'm saying? You might know, to where you like, man, look, whatever gonna happen, just let it happen. You know what I'm saying? Just let it happen. If it's gonna hurt me, let it hurt me. Let it hurt. Because this is what I gotta do. If this part of that transformation, I'm with it. I'm with it. Just get it over with. Get it over with. So I can keep moving, keep excelling, because that anxiety, you know what I'm saying? Like that, and then for me, I like controlling. I liked controlling, past tense, because again, I did a whole lot of groundwork, man. Like, I like controlling, and it's not even nothing negative. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when I say controlling, well, for me, other people might think different. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I just like making sure that I'm strategic. I like making sure that I'm moving accordingly. But one thing I realize is that when it comes to who I am and whose I am, I can do my part. But there's still gonna be certain things that I had no idea about. And it's not about me controlling it. What the test is how am I gonna respond to it? You feel me? How are you gonna respond to it? How are you going to adapt? How are you gonna pivot? What is your character gonna do in those moments? Are you gonna sacrifice your character in those moments? Your morals in those moments? Your ethics in those moments? Are you gonna push forward, or are you gonna fold and go backwards in those moments? You feel me? And so for me, I just wanted to get it over with, man. Like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. I know it's gonna be a shift. I know it's gonna be something great. I understand, because I know who I am. I know whose I am, and I know that I'm on this hero journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm on this hero journey. I know I'm on this rites of passage. Like, I understand what's going on that end. Like, you know how you can understand, or I have a, okay, like we going to the movie, right? For example. Yeah, I know we going to the movies. I know we're gonna go watch a movie, but what is the movie over? Or, if you know what the movie is over, I know we're going to see Aladdin. We're going to see Hercules. We're going to see Hunger Games. We're going to see The Matrix, right? And I'm naming those names for a reason, because those movies are movies where there was a storyline, there was a hero's journey, and I'm gonna break that down in other videos to come. But what that means is that there's an individual that's being taken through phases that's gonna be uncomfortable, that's gonna be challenging, that's not gonna be fun, that's not gonna be nice at times, that's gonna break you down to your lowest point, to where you feel like this is not for you, like you made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? You gonna feel like giving up, like crying, or you gonna cry, like dying. And some people do die. But it's gonna come a point to where that pressure gonna be so thick that you're not gonna wanna take it no more. But that key is, all the lessons that you learned along the way before all that pressure started building up and hit you at once, everything that you learned along the way, that wax on, wax off, Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi, all that stuff that you learned, what are you gonna do with it when it come time? When it's game time? Like, when it's time? And I knew that, nah, like, that time coming. That time coming. Everything that I've been going through in my life, that time coming. The things that I already fought at, right? And the things that life was doing just to be able to shape me, because all of it was to shape me regardless. Don't ever let nobody tell you different. Side note, do not ever let nobody tell you different. When you make an error, and hear me when I say this, when you make an error and or a mistake, and I'm gonna tell you the difference between the two, right? An error only becomes a mistake when you refuse to correct it. And I'm gonna say that again. An error only becomes a mistake when you refuse to correct it. Then that's when an error becomes a mistake. So when I say when you make an error or when you make a mistake, I'm gonna stick on error first. When you make an error and when you're trying to overcome from things that you realize now is not the right way to go, do not ever let nobody make you feel like, or people make you feel like that you're a bad person, that you're a wrong person, that you don't know what you're doing now, or that you're not the right one, or that something is wrong with you. No, you made an error. Acknowledge it, accept it, correct it, and move forward. Move forward. Don't let other people's perspective of you, opinion of you, hold you back. You gotta grow. You gotta move. You gotta go. And if they can be there with you and understand that you're gonna be going through your growing pains too, and that if they want to be with you, that means that they might get hurt in the process as well, and they cool with that because they understand that's how they go. Because on the flip side, if you sticking with them, you know they're gonna be going through their growing pains too, and you cool with that, but you know if they intentionally trying to grow, then y'all should be good. But if they gonna keep holding you to what you've done in your past, when they see that you actively involved on a day-to-day basis, and I'm talking friends, I'm talking relationships, I'm talking parents, I'm talking aunties, I'm talking uncles, I'm talking siblings, I'm talking life. And more importantly, I'm talking to you. You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking to you. Whatever shoe might fit for you. Don't ever let nobody hold you back into your past. If you know you evolved and you messed up and you made an error and or a mistake, but you acknowledging that whenever it is that you acknowledge it, whenever you're able to see it, what's going on, and you start moving accordingly, the thing is, you might lose that person. You might lose that thing. You might lose that trust. You might lose something. Sacrifices come with this situation, man. Sacrifices come with this story. Sacrifices come with your movie. You dig what I'm saying? Sacrifices come with your movie. Sacrifices come with your movie. But when you know that you constantly evolving, and when you know for a fact that you put here for a reason, and everything start making sense, do not put yourself a slave and make yourself a slave to other people's perspective of you, to other people's opinion of you. Nah, bro, hey, John Trey, man, like, nah, bro, like, bro was on this type of time. Yeah, that was chapter 2. We in chapter 4. Oh, you must not saw what happened between chapter 2 and chapter 4. Because, yeah, all that happened, and it's unfortunate that you was a casualty in the situation, but all that happened because he was preparing for this. You were preparing for this. And I just wanted to talk to y'all on that end, right? Because I was saying all that, and somebody needs to hear that. And so that's why I wanted to make sure I talk to y'all on that end. Somebody needs to hear that. I need to hear that one more time and remind myself one more time. However, I'm saying all that to say that I knew for a fact that whatever was happening, it was for a reason. And I knew that whatever it was going to be painful. And there was going to be a lot of hard decisions had to be made. I'm not going to say there was going to be no losses, but there was going to be some detachments. Because as we all know, seasons come and go. Good and the bad. So I would never look at something as a loss. It's a detachment. It's no longer. But I would never look at something as a loss. So saying that, say it's gonna be some things again that you're gonna have to let go of. Or that's gonna let go of you. In the midst of you going to where you need to go to. It's gonna be painful. But for me, I got to the point in my life where, hey man, God, hey, if it gotta rain for the sun to shine, Father, let it pour. With the sun shining on me right now. If it gotta rain for the sun to shine, Father, let it pour. You feel me? Bring on everything. Bring on whatever pain I need to deal with. I'm not running from it no more. Whatever that is, if it's relationships, if it's friendships, if it's business ships, if it's working on you ships, whatever it is, if it gotta rain for the sun to shine, Father, let it pour. Because I'm tired of running. I'm tired of running. Let me accept what I need to accept. Let me deal with what I need to deal with. Let me heal from what I need to heal from. Let me grieve from what I need to grieve from. So I can continue moving on with my life. And not just me, but it's a lot of y'all too. Y'all trying to avoid that process of acceptance. That process of grief. That process of healing. When you know for a fact that on the other side of that is your life. That's your life. That's my life. That's our life that we running from. If you notice a movie like we talking about, if we talking about Hercules, if we talking about The Matrix, if we talking about The Hunger Games, right? We know how all that ended. Hercules in, he ended up being that one, right? Hunger Games in, she ended up being that one. Matrix in, Neo ended up being that one, right? But what all they had to lose? Or let go of? Or detach from? Metaphorically speaking? Or literally? And how painful was that? Till it got to the point where they had to get down on their knees. Not because they was trying to, but because they was weak, because they was defeated. And at that point, when they thought they couldn't do nothing else, what happened? They rose up. Because it was their time. Now they was ready. Now they was ready. Now they was ready. Now you ready. Now I'm ready. You see what I'm saying? They rose up. And it don't have to make sense to nobody else but you. It don't gotta make sense to nobody else but you. They gonna say that you crazy. They gonna say that you fell off. They gonna say that you losing it. They gonna say you ain't, you see how you did what I'm saying? They gonna say you selfish. They gonna say you a narcissist. I'm not talking about individuals who really on that type of time. I'm talking about individuals who intentionally trying to walk in who God told them to walk in. They gonna put all type of labels on you. It don't matter. And some of them are gonna say you great. Some of them are gonna say you awesome. Some of them gonna say that you the next best thing. That don't matter either. Ain't no bias in this. It don't matter. Walk in your journey. Quiet the noise. Be it good or bad. Positive or negative. Walk in your journey. Because I promise you, I promise you, I promise you, the second you stop running from that pain that's inevitable, because it's gonna happen regardless. Either you're gonna keep avoiding it and you're gonna live in a fictional life, a counterfeit life that's not meant for you, but you're gonna wake up every single day and you're gonna look in that mirror and you're gonna know that's not the life you're supposed to be living. And you're gonna look at yourself just like this and you're gonna know that's not the life you're supposed to be living. You're gonna know it. And it's gonna kill you. Metaphorically speaking. It's gonna kill you to look at yourself and know you let yourself down. You let yourself down. Nobody else. You let yourself down. Because you knew what you had to do. Whether you knew what all entailed with that or what all came with that, you knew what you had to do. Stop taking people's choices away from them. Walk in what you walk in and let people decide how they want to be in your life. My brother, my sister, walk in what you walk in. Walk in your purpose. Walk in your vision. Walk in your destiny. And let them decide, whoever them is, if they want to continue being in your life. But whatever their choice is not, should not, and will not, and bet not stop you from walking in what you need to walk in. And that's why a lot of us look in that mirror and we upset. We hate that. We wake up in the morning and we stretch, we look in that mirror and we depressed. Because we know this not us. We know this not us. But what we do, we metaphorically speaking and literally put on that makeup, put on this fake attire, put on this fake suit, this fake smile, and once we open that door and go out into society, we act like everything's smooth. We post on Instagram, we post on Facebook, we post on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? We post on X like everything good. And then we get bold with it. We get bold with it. We get egotistical with it. And we try to make other people jealous and envy. Like we got everything figured out. Come on now, I'm gonna talk to some people's spirit right now. I'm gonna talk to some people's soul right now. Like we got everything figured out. Ladies, you post pictures because you know your body look good, but what's your inside looking like right now? You know your inside ugly as hell. You know your inside ugly. But you know that, okay, but just because I don't feel good, I'm gonna make sure don't nobody else feel good either. So I'm gonna make sure I post these pictures, and I know people gonna hate on me. And I also know people gonna like it. And they gonna jump in my DMs. But I'm seeking that validation from others because I don't have it from myself. I'm seeking validation from others when I'm not even giving it to myself. Fellas, you walk out that door with that fake costume on, and now you acting like everything's smooth. You going out and you trying to make sure you buying drinks for everybody. But you know you in debt. You go out there and hop in that car that look good, that you drive around in, but you know that's the same thing that's keeping you broke. You know that's the same thing that's keeping you from your purpose. You go out there and try to sleep with all these women who want you because you're attractive, but you know you empty inside. You ain't got nothing for them but nut. You empty. And you know this. So then you start posting your traveling pictures. You start posting the girls that you with. You start posting like, let's talk about it, man. But when you get back home, you realize and you know, all that on credit. You know, you gotta pay that back. You know you can't. And then when it comes time for the things that you need cash for, you gotta ask for it because you don't got it. All you got is credit. You don't got cash. Let's talk about it. And then both ladies and females walk back into the crib after that because we get a little hit of dopamine. I'm speaking, I say we, meaning in general, that way, you know what I'm saying? I'm not being biased towards nothing. A fact is a fact. Reality is reality. Look at this. Again, man, when you free, you free. When you free, you free. And it's a beautiful feeling. That's a bar right there. When you free, you free. And it's a beautiful feeling. You start waving at everybody. Because you know you free. You know ain't no limits. You know ain't no limits. But back to the story. Because again, that's where you could go. That's where you're supposed to be. That's where you're supposed to be. Free of no limits. But you stuck on the ground holding yourself hostage. Holding yourself hostage. But blaming others. Fly. You blaming anybody else but fly. Let go. Detach. But now you'd rather, like we was just talking about, keep that little BS, you know what I'm saying, persona going. Keep that little BS costume on. Go out here and try to bully everybody else when you ain't doing nothing but hurting yourself. And then you gonna walk back, male or female, walk back into that crib, take off that BS costume. You gonna go look in that mirror and you're gonna be right back the same person, depressed. And negative. And upset. And angry. And spiteful. And resentful. And blaming everybody else except for who? You. You. Man, free yourself. Free yourself, because one thing I realize is nobody else not. In fact, they're gonna do the exact opposite. Because I'm saying this right now, and I'm talking to your soul right now. And you know, like dang, like nah, like I feel like he talking directly to me. But watch this though. Do you not realize other people out there who see this and they gonna take advantage of that situation? They gonna use that situation to their advantage. They gonna fill your head, ladies, with false compliments, with false appreciation, with false value, so they can take advantage of you. But then you're gonna sit around here talking about, oh, man, everybody's trying to use me, everybody's trying to, nah, everybody see that you a counterfeit. They see that you a counterfeit. So they're not using you, using yourself. Because I promise you they wouldn't do that. I guarantee you they would not do you like that if you was walking in how you supposed to walk. If they knew that they couldn't mess with you because you wasn't messing with yourself. Because you made sure that you were standing on principles for yourself first. Oh, ain't nobody gonna try you, my brother. Females see you trying to leave with your money, leave with your wallet, take them out to eat here, take them to this spot, take them to this attraction site, take them back to the crib on this end. But they see what you're doing. You trying to compensate for the lack thereof. They gonna use you until you can't do nothing else with them. Then they're gonna go to the next individual that's trying to compensate for the lack thereof. But I promise you, stand on business. Stand on business. Know who you are. Knows who you are. Deal with that pain by yourself, internally. Fight your battle by yourself, internally. Go through that pain. And it's gonna be uncomfortable and it's gonna be great as hell. Because it's gonna hurt so good. Because the same thing we've been avoiding this entire time. You're going to free yourself from that mental slavery, being completely innocent but serving life. I keep telling y'all this, man. We are completely innocent, yet we serving life. Intentionally, voluntarily, serving life. Man, you don't even want to know what that feeling look like, man, when you finally just free yourself. Just free yourself. And I'm saying that because when I came here for this first video, I sat right here and I talked to y'all on this first video. When I was telling y'all the stories about like my family got land, we got all this too, and the fact that that's crazy. Like this spot right here, that's wild that it was built off the back of slaves. They was freeing everybody else while they was being held captive. They was freeing up everybody else's time while they were being held captive. But now we at a point to where we ain't even forced to be slaves no more. We voluntarily being slaves, and this ain't no color now. I'm not talking about no color now. I'm talking about whoever listening. We ain't even forced to be slaves no more. We're choosing to be. We're being slaves to our mind. We're being slaves to our thoughts. We're being slaves to our ego. We're being slaves to our arrogance. Man, come on. Come on. Bro, free yourself. Sis, free yourself. And I promise you, it's gonna hurt. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna hurt. And it's gonna hurt bad. But at the same time that you crying, at the same time that you gasping for air, you're gonna be happy as hell. And you're gonna be confused. Because you're gonna be like, bro, why does this hurt so bad? But I'm happy. Because you finally freed yourself. You've been acting like somebody that you were not for I don't know how long. And you finally free. You're free. And so you happy for your freedom, but at the same time, you hurting over your past. You hurting over the fake person in you because you didn't convince yourself. You didn't lie to yourself that that's you. And so now you gotta mourn the death of this counterfeit person that you done created. While being happy that you done freed who you really are. So yes, it's gonna hurt. But it's gonna hurt so good in the end, man, because now you free. Now I'm free. Now we free. And I'm saying that because I had to take it back to this exact same spot. And I'm gonna tell y'all exactly why tomorrow, when God bless me, if God bless me, I pray that God bless me with another day. When I turn 33. And I'm gonna tell you what all that mean, man. Because I promise you, hey, this stuff that hurt so good for this entire year. Man, in these last 15 days, 20 days, 30 days, the pain I've been encountering, the grief that I've been having to take care of and heal of has hurt so good because I'm free. I'm free. And I want that same thing for you. And that's why I'm gonna tell you tomorrow, man. I'm gonna tell you tomorrow. Because I wanna tell you tomorrow. I wanna have that conversation with you tomorrow when God blessed me to see 33 years old. You feel me? So, again, I was really trying to make this something quick, but I knew I had to talk to somebody. And what's crazy is, even when I do these videos, I know right now that I'm not getting many views. But it's not for the views right now. It's for the views for forever. People will see these videos. People will continue to come back to these videos. People will share these videos. People will like these videos. People will leave their comments on these videos. They will leave their testimonies on these videos. They will share their experiences on these videos. They will appreciate these videos. Again, I'm not focusing on nothing else other than what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be dropping these videos, sharing my story, sharing my transition, my transformation, my hero's journey, my rites of passage, sharing my deaths, sharing my rebirths. That's what I'm here to do. And when that time is right, it will get seen. And so right now, Father God, I thank you, man, for the 6 subscribers that I do have. And like I told you when I first started this, I'm going to give my all to them. I don't care if it was one. I don't care if it was nobody. Eventually, it's going to get seen. So right now, in this exact moment, God, I thank you for the 6 subscribers that I do have. I thank you for the views that I do get right now. I'm thankful for the people's lives that it do touch right now. And what it's going to touch tomorrow. And what it's going to touch the next day. And what it's going to touch the next month. And what it's going to touch the next year. And what it's going to touch the next 10 years. I'm grateful right now, and I'm thankful for that. You give me my opportunities, Father God, and I'm gonna make sure I maximize my resources. I'm gonna make sure I maximize my time. I'm gonna make sure I be a good manager of my time. Whatever you give me, I'm gonna be a good manager of it. You give me a loaf of bread, I'm gonna stretch it as far as I can and make sure it feeds as many people as possible. You give me a whole truckload of bread, I'm gonna do the exact same thing. Don't nothing change, except for the quality. Except for the quantity. Let me make sure I'm clear when I'm talking to God. Except for the quantity. The quality gonna forever be there. The quality gonna forever be there. No matter who it is, no matter what it is, no matter how many it is. Why? Because the only way I know you're gonna give me more is if you see what I'm doing with what you've already given me. And so watch and look and see what you give. Watch, look, and see what I'm doing with what you're giving me right now. Right now. In this moment. And see how appreciative I am of it. The pain included. So again, man, I just wanted to come here right now and drop this message for y'all. I did not intend for this to be almost 30 minutes. However, if it's meant, it's meant. And so I'm going to go ahead and get up off of here because I know many people ain't about to watch this. But for those who do, this message was for you. You feel me? And so take it. Utilize it. Sit on it. Camera even cut off on me. You dig what I'm saying? And so take it. Utilize it. Comprehend it. And then walk in wisdom. Because this one was for you. Alright? So with that being said, man, it's been yours truly, John Trey. And we out.